people. Crap. Right, as soon as I see it appear on my screen, we'll do a mic test. Right, so test 1 2 3. Gaming, politely say something beautiful in that silky voice of yours.
Testing, testing. Yes, I am alive.
Tiny bit buggy, but I'll take it. I will certainly take it.
I don't know what's wrong with my mic at this point.
No, it's just Twitch having Twitch issues.
Ah.
Yeah. So I believe qualifying is already underway. Now, there is no time like the present. Welcome back to FTC RTV. We are on round 2 of the day out of the 4, round 6 in total. This is the Rockingham Trophy Cup. Now, the Rockingham Trophy Cup is a very special one, as Britain's first oval built since the closure of Brooklands. Rockingham was opened with high hopes of seeing a regular IndyCar racing. It wasn't to be, and just after 16 short, fun-filled years, it held its final race, consigned to the history books forever. It lends its name to our 50s Club Racers round, a selection of cars that history has been much kinder to. These cars will be the Aston Martin DBR1, the Ferrari 250 Testarossa, the Jaguar D-Type, and the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. Very timeless cars, very beautiful cars. However, I am not admiring these timeless, beautiful cars on my own. I have a timeless, beautiful friend with me, Mr. Gaming Lover, first time in the commentary booth. He is a very, very old friend of mine, and I trust him explicitly with quite a lot of personal stuff. So, how are you doing, Gaming?
I'm doing pretty good. Great to be here for the first time on FTC's commentate booth, even though I'm not made for this whatsoever.
Honestly, I have heard that 5 times already this weekend. I wish I was joking. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt, you'll do just fine, buddy, because, well, you've been filming with me on my own personal stuff for like 2.5 years now, so this is going to be a piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Alright. I can get with that.
So, out of these cars, which one strikes your fancy the most?
For me,
If you were to race in this?
if I was racing this, I'd probably go with the Jaguar D-Type.
Ooh, why is that?
I don't know anything about these cars, that's just the one that interests me.
Oh, okay. Now, asking in the pre-race chat, it's obviously always interest to see. Emerald Game in the chat saying, sorry for my absence, guys, my Xbox had a trip through hell. Yeah, I saw that trip through hell. It always happens at the worst time. Believe me, gaming can testify. Even mine's had breakdowns, and it's like, why are you doing this?
Exactly. We all have those moments, friend.
Oh, he called me friend. That's the first person to do that on a stream. See, I do have friends. No one on the stream believes me because, well, it's this stream. Gatlin in chat. Hello, Driftmaster, saying hello, everyone. I am not dead. I hope you're not.
That'd be
That's all I
bad.
can say on that. Yeah, that would be bad, and plus we've missed you, Bill. But one thing to note as we get round now, the first provisional poll at the moment is, let's see who it belongs to. It will be to, obviously, Huracan at 139.9. The man just got off one of the closest finishes of a race by 0.5 of a second at the finish line. But we have been told that the Mercedes might have an extra 5% power handicap because it's that powerful. And you can tune the gearbox. The D-Type, because of its inclusion, means these races will not be going from the dig. They will be going from a rolling start because the D-Type suffers so badly off the line compared to its opposition. It's like it's standing still, and it will be more of a hazard to these races than an actual advantage. Because you don't exactly want to be sat behind a D-Type and then suddenly swerve left, do you, Gaming?
You do not. And also, I just saw Huracan try to flip his open-top Mercedes.
Well, of course you did. It's Huracan, and Phoenix just dirtied his lap on the final corner. Huracan not making improvements on his time. Carver will be second. And I believe that wraps up qualifying. Well, Emerald, as long as you're signed up and got a valid paint job and car, you should be good to go. So that will be the end of qualifying. It's supremely short, as well, we've already been streaming for 6 minutes. Oh my god.
Jeez.
6 minutes down, 100 and
Some odd to go.
14 to go. But honestly, time flies, because as you're watching these cars, basically time runs away from you like an alpaca with your rucksack. It just seems to be inescapably running away.
Interesting analogy.
I've said much worse, and you know I have.
Of course.
Oh, but no, honestly, can everyone in chat, can you show Gaming Lover much love? Because I asked him, no word of a lie, 5 minutes before the stream started if he was free. Because barely anyone else is, and Emerald was still having problems at the time. And he so graciously lended me and all of you his silky smooth voice for the next 2 hours. So show Gaming Lover some much deserved love, because he's truly an MVP for this round.
It's not really a big deal. Besides, the alligators, they're not in the mood today, so I can't have fun with them. So might as well do whatever else I like to do.
I am really resisting my urge to make a dirty joke, because I can't do it, because it's not my channel. I'm like that, it's like, oh no, don't go towards the dirty joke. Like, I can get away with some few things, but like other things, it's like, no, no, no.
Fair enough, fair enough.
That is true. So let's see who we've got racing today. We've got Phoenix in the Aston Martin, Crow in the Jaguar. Well, Crow's going to be something. Jax in the 250 Testarossa, Huracan in the already speedy Gonzalez Mercedes, the second OP speedy Mercedes of the weekend so far. Our first one would be the Pre-War Grand Prix, which was round 1 yesterday, our first event of our 2-day Heritage Festival. Infernus is rocking the Aston Martin in a deep royal blue, I must say, I like that. Dapper Turtle in a Greg's liveried, once again, Aston Martin. Carver in the Ferrari 250, which Huracan said is shocking to say the least. Rue in the Aston Martin. Jubit in the Aston Martin seeming very popular. Gaming Lover in a Corvette pace car. Well, thank God you're in the right Corvette. You know, where the engine should be, at the front. You know, just saying, you know, it is, none of my bias is towards that a mid-engine Corvette is quite boss. It's a very pretty car, and I have no problem with it. It's just the fact that it's called a Corvette. Like, they could have called it anything else, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Right. Just continue making front-engine muscle cars.
Well, they do technically do that, but just not 2 anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if you're gonna call it a Corvette, you think front-engined, rear-wheel drive, badass muscle car.
Well, you do think that, but Chevrolet had to go in a new direction. But that's besides the point. We're not here to talk about Corvettes.
As much, well, actually, if we were talking about trucks, that'd be another matter. I play Widowmaker says, Crow, if you want death, try the 250R. Oh, I know who that is. That's Carver. That's Carver in chat. Hi, Carver. Huracan saying, I'm having extra power taken off me for the race medal. Right, so that is confirmed. Instead of a 20% power handicap, he's now 25% power handicap because Huracan is just that fast. And the car is just that OP.
Normally, I would say that, Huracan is a very fast driver. But I think his Mercedes is just broken down, and that's why he lost a quarter of his power.
Well, it is... Actually, no, I won't accept that, because it is a Mercedes from this era when Mercedes used to build cars properly. You know, when the paint actually used to weigh a whole, like, 12 kilos.
True. But, you know, it's a Mercedes. German cars break up a lot. Very quickly before the race starts, how do you feel about the Gladiator, my friend? Yes, I am so happy we're finally getting a jail platform vehicle.
I will admit, I am a bit disappointed you can't make it fully roofless.
Well, you can't do that anyway.
Yeah, but it's a game. Enjoy the game. But the countdown timer is begun. I apologise, gaming, to your ears as I get even louder than you know me. We are having 17 laps here. One mandatory pit stop, pit window between lap 3 and 14. And here we go. Lights out! Oh no, I'm not doing the lights out because it's a formation lap! Ah!
Metal already making an error, and he's not even racing. What a shock.
Oh god! Triple check.
While Mel gets his mouth on straight, we are starting the formation lap with Huracan in the lead on pole position.
I have no comeback to that. It's the 6th event of the weekend, and it's the first one with a rolling start. But anyway, Huracan is in pole. Then we've got Carver in second, Dapper in third, Phoenix in fourth, Infernus in fifth, Brew in sixth, Crow in seventh, Gibbet in eighth, Stereo Jacks, Big Daddy Jacks himself in ninth. So it's a tighter pack round a semi-tightish track. However, I would say this track is heavily suited towards Huracan's Mercedes because it is mainly a power track, but will Huracan be able to hold off the advances of Carver, or will he actually struggle? Because Carver is, well, when they're not flipping through the air,
right,
is extremely fast.
Well, we'll just have to see and find out.
Not long now until we have our... Well, actually, you will hear your very first proper lights out from them.
Yes, I will.
Oh, Gaming's popping his FTC cherry.
Anyway, as they round the final
Here
corner, let's get ready to go. They're lining up side by side, maintaining speed. Lights out, away we go here at Rockingham, where Huracan is trying to get a storming lead, but Carver takes the inside line, hopping over the curb, and also Dapper is really struggling, going side by side with Carver, but Huracan already making a commanding lead, and my cameras have gone blank. Same here, my friend.
We're having a restart.
We have to have a restart.
Yes, because I believe there was either some back incident or black screen, controller lag, something of the sort. It wouldn't be an FTC stream without a restart, and, well, we've already had one.
Way to go.
So, yay!
Hey, that means you get to hear it too, lights out, and away we go. I'm amazed.
Well, technically, the maximum you can hear in one stream is 6, because we have we have 1 first and 2 restarts for each event, and there's 2 races today. So you could possibly hear me say it's 6, but yeah.
All right then. Okay, we've just gotten information on why the restart happened. It is because Max the best lap timer on.
Well done, Max.
And he did not go for a position. So that's why we had the restart.
We are on a formation lap once more, simply because those Jaguars suffer so heavily from launch lag that it's just, oof, it's bad.
The 60-foot on those cars are not the best, let's just put it that way.
That is true. Foot to the floor, then it's like, car, go, go car, mush!
Exactly, and it doesn't do that.
No, the Jackie was just worse. It's like, I'm sorry, dear chap, did you want me to accelerate? Oh, okay. You know, it actually says that before it responds.
Well, it is British, so yeah, that's understandable.
Rouge.
Well, hey, American cars aren't much better. You know what we hear? We hear, I'm drinking a beer. Give me a second.
Look, I respect American cars because, well, you have like the freaking mega gulp cup holders. You know, cup holders, I don't care who says it, they are still necessary in a car.
I agree.
You know, even if it's not for a drink, it's somewhere to put your phone, your keys, some change.
I agree, but
cup holders are a staple.
Yes, we are aware of this, but they're about to round the final corner, and we're about to get this underway once again.
See, gaming, you're a natural. What are you worried for?
Anyway.
Carver lining up.
Lights out, away we go once more at Hockenheim, and Carver and Dapper are swamping Huracan as they go 3 wide through the first corner. Huracan gets the inside line, however that is not helping them as Dapper slips past into first place.
Oh, but we got Huracan going on the inside.
Oh, but Carver splitting the 2. Huracan going very wide onto the straight. Dapper in first, Carver in second. Huracan currently having to settle for third, but knowing Huracan, once that power kicks in, he will disappear like a lightning bolt through the sky. Dapper though, trying to get on the inside now, holding up Huracan as Huracan is very, very effective on those brakes. Looking to see if they can get past Dapper, but they just can't.
Dapper shut the door a little bit. Oh, we got a slight bit of contact.
Little nudge, letting Dapper know he's there with a superior top speed, that is. Huracan is still hot on the heels of Dapper. Dapper making sure. Oh, but Huracan is going for the cheeky inside.
Had a little bit of a snap and pushing Dapper.
Dapper had a little bit of a tail wag, but nothing major. They're both still respecting each other's lines. Huracan slips through on the inside of the first proper lap of the race, meaning that Huracan is about. Oh, but Dapper's coming back.
That power
Dapper's
handicap.
coming back in the Aston. That power handicap, that extra 5% has really hurt that Mercedes. But let's see, Huracan is now on the inside line. Dapper, will they try for a switch back? No, Huracan shuts the door, but Dapper trying every line Huracan making sure, though, they cannot pass. So, as before, there is one mandatory pit stop for all these drivers. That pit window will open between lap 4 and lap 15, because that is the inclusion of the rolling start that we didn't think we would have, but the Jaguar sort of needed it to be competitive. All sessions for this round will be fuel and tyre damage only, meaning if you have a bit of a bump, it's alright, you'll just burn a bit off your tyres. Apart from that though, you're as right as rain. Get back racing.
How important is pit strategy here, Metal, with these cars?
Well, if it's anything to go by from what we've seen over the past 5 rounds over the weekend so far, all I've seen is no 2 pit stops are the same. Because for round 1 with the pre-war GPs, we had it's better to pit midway. Then the next, it was at the beginning, at the end, then it was scattered. We had Formula 1 just before this, a couple of hours ago, where it was better to leave it until the very closing of the pit window, because the cars got significantly faster as they burnt off fuel. So for these, it's a big question mark, and how much these drivers trust their vehicles.
That is a very good answer. I like it.
Oh, gaming man of very few words, but very silky smooth and buttery words they are.
Well, speaking of that, Huracan has actually closed the gap a little bit on Cavalier. Or Carver, sorry. Not Cavalier.
Don't worry, I deal with gamer tags all the time, and I say much worse. So, Cavalier is... Actually, that's not too bad. I've been pronouncing Infernus's name wrong for nearly a year, and... Well, it's only until he called me a knob. Until I realised my mistake. Oh! Carver's had a snap! Carver had a major sim twitch snap. Meaning Huracan is gifted first place on a silver platter, mind you. But this also entices Dapper, because Dapper is not too far behind Carver. And if Carver is struggling that badly with the Ferrari, then Dapper might smell a silver rather than a bronze. So we are nearly a third of the way through. So the pit window is now open for them, but the question is, will they pit now or will they pit until the very end? Huracan, I know, is a big advocate for pitting late. But Gaming, since you're here, what would you do? Would you pit now and try and go for the undercut? Or would you stretch it out as far as humanly possible and then pit?
Me, personally, I'm not a fan of either. I like to wait just till the right time, depending on the size of the fuel tank and the tires of the car. For these example, I don't know the fuel tank size. I just have to watch the fuel. And the tires, they're old, so you gotta keep it easy.
These vehicles can do roughly 17.5 laps of fuel, so it's just under full race distance.
So I'd probably pit between the middle and the end, just so I have enough fuel to go fast. That way I have a certain amount of fuel to finish the race.
I respect it. I very respect it, because everyone pits differently. It's like, I like hearing the inner workings of people's minds. Speaking of inner workings, Carver is working out a way to try and get back up to Huracan, which is no mean feat. Huracan is quite literally a blistering storm of a man who will, in no uncertain terms, run away.
Oh, I'm actually taking a look at the back of the pack. Phoenix and Juber are having a very good battle right now, with Phoenix having a little bit of a snap.
Juber is passing Phoenix on the inside of turn 1, with Crow not too far behind in the Jaguar.
These two are having a very good battle.
Here comes Phoenix though on the rebuttal. Jubert's got the inside line, but Jubert gets squeezed by Crow.
He turned in way too early and it got the grass.
That's the second time that Jubert's had a little incident with Crow and he's lost a place. I feel sorry for Jubert today.
Ouch.
But now Crow is going side by side with Phoenix. Crow has got the inside line, but Phoenix would it try and cut back? No, Crow forces it out way too wide, meaning it's almost impossible for Phoenix to get a successful switch back. Oh, that is one thing, considering you are new to the commentary booth. We here at FTC like to ask all and every single new person one question, because it's a weird little staple of the streams. I said it once, people found it funny, so we're rolling with it.
Alright.
Gaming. What is your favourite type of cake? Now, we have had everything from cheesecake, lemon drizzle, triple chocolate, regular chocolate, ice cream cake, and everything in between. Even someone said a Jaffa cake. So,
Alright.
There's quite a big selection to go from. So I'm quite interested. What is your favourite type of cake?
I'm just a simple man. I'm just gonna go with chocolate cake.
There's nothing wrong with simple. Enjoy the simple things in life.
Agreed.
Phoenix, though, is still under pressure from Jubert. It's the battle of the Astons.
Oh, Phoenix went way on the inside, going on the grass, and gave the door open to
Hugging
Jubert.
the curb like a terrified toddler.
And Jubert gets around him.
Credit to Jubert, he makes the move stick, but Phoenix is now in that draft pocket. Oh, and Jubert locks up the brakes as Max will be looking for that little squeeze through point.
Can't leave the track perfectly clean now.
If you left a racetrack cleaner after you've driven on it, there's something wrong.
Exactly.
So we are nearing the halfway point at the moment. No one has come into pit, but Huracan is now under immense pressure from Carver.
I was just about to say.
Somehow pulling out all the stops.
Neither of them gonna pick just yet.
Well, the pit window, as I said, will close on lap 15. Because in pre-notes it says 14, but obviously we have a rolling lap, so it'll be 15 when the pit window will close. So they've still got a good chunk of laps before they need to, otherwise they do risk a disqualification as always.
Right.
As Carver makes the move very beautifully, and is still side by side with Huracan.
This is a crazy battle going on for first place.
Huracan is making lead space battle headlines today, as this is the second time they've done this in the day.
Just shows how fast these two really are and how determined they are to win.
Well, they do have the same pre-tag cursor of AMS, and AMS, for those of you who are not familiar, is Alien Motorsport, and well, the reason why they call themselves that is because they are redonkulously fast. They will make the regular Forza Esports pros even look slow.
And this is why I don't compete in stuff like this.
I don't know why, Gaming, you are ridiculously fast on this game.
Well, when I'm going in a straight line.
No! I have seen you race! You're fast!
Not these guys fast.
Oh, please.
Carver and Huracan are still going at it wheel to wheel as Huracan is going to be getting a little bit tense now with the fact that Carver is in the lead. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Carver, Carver is more known for flipping through the air on endo jeeps and limos than being this fast. They are very fast when they want to be, as you can see. But, yeah.
That's the story of my life as well. I'm known for endo jeeps and flipping stuff as well.
Speaking of which, gaming, I would like you to be building a couple of variations of those for an upcoming idea of mine.
Okay, just give me the vehicles, but Carver and Huracan are still going at it.
Carver is not running away from Huracan, which is obviously going to be frightening him. And if either of them crash into one another, Dapper will be there to happily claim first. Carver is not being able to run away as they please, and this will be infuriating Huracan because if he didn't have that extra 5% power handicap, he would just be gone.
Agreed.
Like, there's no question about it. He will be gone.
Oh, Huracan going up the inside.
Oh, he now has the racing line as he snatches first away from Carver. But will Carver go for the late break lunge and try and take away? Oh, he's certainly trying.
He's not going to get it.
Huracan goes wide. Very wide, actually, as the rear gets away from him a little bit. As Carver is now still sticking on his side. But Carver has a tiny bit of a sim twitch and has to relinquish first.
Oh, Huracan has a little bit of a sim twitch as well, just in front of Carver.
Hey, my Nemesis is in chat. Hello, Nemesis. He always telling me to shut up. How are you doing, bud? Carver still being the thorn in Huracan's side. Nemesis saying better when you weren't talking. Nemesis, I love it when you talk nice to me.
Don't we all?
See, now that I don't know.
Oh, Carver with a huge sim switch, Jesus.
Don't worry about it. Carver is on the inside though, and that's going to annoy Huracan immensely.
But Huracan gets around him. Oh, but Carver's on the faster line on the outside.
I think I heard a woof just then. Oh, and Phoenix is in the pits along with who are they in the pits with? Rue. So Phoenix and Rue have pitted. Our first pitters of the race. So these two now will be clinging on to one another for the remainder of the race. Let's see. There's still the battle going on between Carver and Emerald saying, just when I thought I had no issues. Oh no. That's not good.
No one likes that.
Oh, Huracan is doing a drag race.
but Carver still has that crucial inside line. Battle of Italy versus Germany here. So with everything going on right now, gaming, we always make bets. Who do you think will be victorious out of the Battle of Carver and Huracan?
Judging by the performances I've seen here, and certain power lack on the straights from Huracan because of the power handicap, I'm gonna have to go with Carver.
Interesting. Very interesting. There's not many people bet against Huracan, but I don't really want to be a better man in this race because Carver is being the perennial thorn in his side as they are going side by side through so many corners. It's not even funny as Carver now has the inside line.
This race is going to be decided by their pit strategies.
Knowing these two, they are going to dive in at the same time.
Agreed. We're getting very close to the end of that pit window.
We're currently on lap 12. The pit window will close on lap 15, so they still have 3 laps to pit as Crow dives in the pits, making sure he gets his stop out of the way. But what makes it even worse is if they don't pit soon, they will start to be lapping people. As you can see on the minimap there, it is just getting closer and closer to their first back marker. And as we've seen before, back markers split these battles horribly for one person.
That's another factor I didn't encounter for because I'm stupid.
You're not stupid, you're wonderful.
We'll have to see how this lap traffic plays out for these two guys.
Nemesis in chat saying, "Go faster, Hurricane." That is the first time I've seen him being called that.
Interesting.
I would like to say, if my neighbours could stop doing construction, it would be amazing because my screen is currently vibrating more than an earthquake.
Construction,
As
man.
Huracan... Oh, don't even get me going, my neighbour. Oh, Huracan's dove into the pits!
Huracan's going in.
Carver's stayed out!
I'm very surprised. Oh, so is Dapper. Dapper's also in the pits.
Huracan must know something that we don't, so... Oh, Carver gets very sliding out of turn 1. So let's see, Carver's still on 82% fuel, so tons and tons of fuel.
There goes Jubert now in the second place.
Jubert is in second place, but he is still to pit.
Oh.
I believe?
No, he hasn't pitted yet.
No, Jubert hasn't, so Jubert will be dropped down to about 5th or 6th. Effish Jen's in chat saying, "Wait, who is that in the booth? Is that the Florida man?" Gaming, this is where you say yes.
I am sorry.
Effish is wondering if the Florida man is currently with me.
Yes, I am at this. Hello, my beautiful Belgian waffle. Just letting
Effish,
you know,
how is the Formula 1 going? Go on.
Effish, just letting you know, this is not where I belong. I want you here instead of me.
Effish said the same thing when he did his first race, and, well, he's done amazingly. So I have faith in you, my friend. Do not worry. You're doing great.
All right. Florida man in the booth. Let's Effish, come on now.
FS has to put that because, well, if he put anything else, then he would be flagged for it, and I would have to tell him off for being a naughty little waffle.
True. Jubert has finally entered the pits.
As well as Carver as well, so let's hop on board with Huracan.
Will Huracan's strategy work?
Ooh.
They're going to come out. Carver's out of the pits. This is going to be very
And here
close.
comes Huracan. But Huracan just carries that inkling more speed. So with a bit of luck, that undercut might have served him well. But these two with 4 laps left to go as Jubert is now dropped to 5th. These to 6th, sorry, so my prediction was correct. They're now going side by side.
Carver's
Still.
the power of Carver just helping him so much gaining that ground.
That Ferrari is something else because I've heard it's a nightmare to drive. Like, it twitches, it fumbles, it basically bites you every step of the way. But obviously, as we can see, if you can tame it like Carver can, he's just riding a wave of success right now.
It is a bad fast machine.
F is with an update. He's saying nothing at Portimao right now has pretty much happened pretty since the safety car period on the opening lap. Great!
Fun. During this race, in the battle between Carver and Huracan, I've started seeing a pattern.
Ooh, what's the pattern?
The pattern clearly is Carver, as you can see, blasting down the straight faster than that Mercedes because of Huracan's handicap. But the corners, you gotta go to Huracan. That car is just so much more planted than the Ferrari.
Very true, very, very true.
And that power versus cornering will determine who gets the victory.
So, driving styles, everyone has driving styles, and I've asked everyone this. When it comes to the
Huracan with a huge sim twitch.
Oh, and Carver has a bigger sim twitch and he's backwards!
Which opens the door to possibly even closer top 3 finish.
Which means Dapper is now in 2nd place.
Wow.
Dapper is possibly jumping up and down in glee like, yes, yes! FS2 Gaming, he says, Gaming, if there was no race today and I still had energy left after the beauty of the race at Spa and my sister wouldn't have to study, I'd be happy to swap with you, but you are currently in a hopeless position and there is nothing I can do to help you.
Thanks.
He's
Thank
not
you,
hopeless.
for that beautiful
He's not
message.
hopeless, he's with me. We're sharing a beer, having a good time in the commentary booth.
Exactly. Dapper now on
Randy.
Huracan.
Dapper is catching up a lot, but can they do it in the 2 laps remaining on race 1 of 2 for the Rockingham Trophy Cup? Dapper. Now, Dapper is a real oddity because, just to fill you in, Gaming, Dapper is, they've raced a little bit with us over this past couple of weeks, but they have done more races over yesterday and today than they have with us before this weekend.
Okay.
And Dapper, they said I'm sort of new, be nice. Everyone has said he is new, stuff like that. And the pace that he has,
It's unbelievable.
As they are going side by side now with Huracan and possibly challenging for a lead position. Huracan has the inside line, and if these two battle even more, it means it's going to be a fatal 3-way for the lead.
Agreed. The last lap, they either got to race hard or they're going to try and race clean and hope for the best.
But speaking of racing hard or clean, it goes back to the question. Gaming, would you rather have a car with excessive power but not much turning, or excessive turning but not much power?
Excessive power.
You and Huracan are like twins.
Well, I mean, I go in a straight line most of the time anyway. I don't need to turn.
Apart from if there's like a raccoon in the road.
Nah. You look beyond that.
What, do you just get a free pair of slippers then, instead?
Exactly, but the top three closing the gap on each other now.
This is the final lap. There's only a handful of corners left. Huracan in first, Dapper in second, Carver in third. All within inches of each other's bumpers.
Now
if one of them makes a mistake, it's over.
But the question is, what will prevail for these guys? Cornering or speed?
Wait a minute, they're going 3 wide! Down the straight!
Carver using his power, but he gets left on the outside. There's nothing he can do on Huracan.
Huracan being blocked off by Dapper.
This is going to be an absolutely crazy finish with Carver going on the inside.
Huracan making it very much work for them on the outside, but Dapper has the inside line for this next segment. Oh, as Huracan manages to slip past, now Dapper is battling with Carver. Huracan makes that work from Dapper's little slide, but Carver is now itching to get past Dapper. Will they be able to do it in the final few corners?
Will Carver's power come into play for his second place?
It will not. AMS Huracan takes first. Dapper in second. Carver in third.
Wow.
Oh my days. Crow finishing up in fourth with his own little battle with Phoenix at the very end there for fifth, but Phoenix not too close to capitalise. Phoenix finishing up in fifth place. Next up will be Rue. Rue will be knocking out sixth position, closely followed by Jubert in seventh. In eighth will be our very own one half of them of, well, our Force Photography Dream Team duo, which is Mr. Infernus, who's rounded the few
final corners, as my colleague is trying to say.
Thank you very much, my brain just had a fart. As Infernus clips a little bit of the grass and crosses the line in eighth. And that leaves Big Daddy Jax in ninth. Rounded off the pack in a Ferrari, no less, and I might as well say a beautiful Ferrari it is.
The Huracan saying in chat, Sim steering killed me in Carver.
You and Carver, you two were amazing all the way through.
Agreed.
So, how did you find your first commentary race?
That was amazing.
And I do this every Tuesday, Friday, and alternate Saturday. Well, apart from, well, this weekend, because it was supposed to be a free weekend, but then, yeah, it's FTC's second birthday, so 8 streams, 2 days, and Haseo is celebrating National Norway Day, of which I didn't even know was a thing. So, I got ditched, and have a myriad of co-hosts like your beautiful self joining me. So, I thank you for taking time out of your weekend to join me.
Not a problem, mate.
Oh, he called me mate now. Oh, can we have some hearts in chat for gaming? He's adorable. F is saying, just wait until the chaos unfolds, Florida man. You'll lose your voice when carnage unfolds. F is, this is my 6th stream. Do you think I have much of a voice left? No! So, as we leave the beautiful country of Germany with its Bratwursts and Autobahns, we go to the wonderful world of Prague, mainly known for hostels and... yeah, I can't say what else, because, well, this is trying to be a PG-13 stream. This is the full circuit reverse lap, so 13 laps plus a out lap, so a formation lap, should I say. One mandatory pit stop again. The pit window will open on lap 4 and close on lap 12 overall that you see it. We'll get the results from last race, and the grid will be a top 10 reverse of race 1, so that means Jax will be starting on pole. That's terrifying. Oh, Phoenix games crashed. Yay! So as we wait for Phoenix to restart his game, gaming, are you expecting anything good to come from Prague? Okay. In fairness, we are doing quite well today. Ephes, have you seen a cute little baby alligator? They're adorable. In fairness, saying this is a fun track. True. In fairness, you know, I'm not by myself. I do have Gaming Lover with me. I don't know where he's gone. I think he's gone to talk to someone or grab a drink. Either which way, he will be back momentarily. I am not sat here talking to myself. But no, we have got Huracan, so very, very well done to Huracan in that Mercedes. Dapper doing an incredible job in the Aston, and out of all people, Carver, wherever they've gone, in the 250, just, oh, mamacita Leah.
I come back and all I hear is Montezia.
See, in fairness, I'm not alone. In fairness, has been mocking me whilst you were gone, saying, am I talking to myself? You are talking to yourself, aren't you? And it's like, no, I do have someone with me. He's just got to go and grab something.
Yes, but I have returned.
Yeah. In fairness, saying crazy metal. Yeah, I'm always crazy. So we'll get Carver back, who's just reconnected now. Phoenix is back in town, which means we should be good to go. Why is it 13 laps? Crow, it should be 14. Just saying, Crow, it should be 14 if you're doing a formation.
I was at the start. Are they doing another formation lap?
Well, they should be doing, but it just went from 14 to 13. So...
I'm not too sure. I don't know if there's a grip enhancer on the Prague or not.
I'm not aware of it. I think it's Crow just having another blame Crow moment, because
Well, if anything bad happens at FTC and we don't know who to blame Crow.
I was about to say, you guys usually blame Crow, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like what we do with Drift or Dog Jr.
No, it's Drift. Dog
Right.
Jr. is a bit too innocent to blame like that all the time, whereas Drift.
It's Drift. Yeah, fair enough.
That may sound bad, but if you knew Drift, you would know.
Yeah.
Nox saying, sup, hi. How are you, Nox? But yeah, in fairness, let no Crow's being dumb by setting it to 13, because that means there's no formation. We will be starting momentarily, Nox, don't worry. They're just sorting out the grid and getting ready to go. Also, Effis did comment before about your wonderful land, saying if only his alligators were just as cute.
Oh, they're way cuter than I am.
See, that I just disbelieve.
Alright then, whatever floats your boat, my friend.
I will see your face. I will see your face one day. I will.
Don't say that like that again.
I have said so much worse.
I know you have, but nah.
Effie says Toto just talked to Bottas on the team radio and doesn't sound happy. He's German. He's never happy.
What in
Nox
German is
says,
never
how are
happy?
we? 1939.
Good point.
I can't really say anything else. Nox saying, how are we? Well, this is my 6th stream of the weekend. This is gaming's first. And we are getting ready to go. And it looks like we'll be... Oh, it looks like Crow realised.
Crow made an error.
There we go. Blame Crow finally worked. Speaking of which, gaming, how has your weekend been so far?
Been good. Just went to a car show yesterday.
I noticed, and I did answer that poll you put on Instagram,
Yes.
saying that the C7 is better than the C8.
Shut up, dog.
Hello, gaming's dog. Also, this is terrifying. Jax is on pole.
Yeah.
The last time this happened, the earth cracked in half.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, well, Effis, someone else with a short little mustache was Austrian, and, well, he was never happy either. So, we are away on the formation lap. I'm not making that mistake.
Good
this time.
job.
Thank you. I tried to be professional. Rue saying that was fun. Rue, well, I'm glad you're having fun, and hopefully it is a bit better. Effis, you mentioned Austrian, not German. What else am I supposed to mention?
I just realized it's come to my attention that they're doing the reverse of Prague.
Yes, they are. The reverse, which is significantly a bigger pain in the bum than the regular.
Do you happen to know the reason of why they're doing the reverse instead of forward?
That I do not.
Okay then.
Maybe because maybe because I don't know about you, but the reverse does flow better
In my
than
opinion,
the.
in my opinion, the first forward flows better to me.
I suppose it's just down to personal taste.
All right.
Jack's leading the pack round nicely as we're getting warmed up and ready to go. So, as we wait gaming, what other fine, exquisite little motors did you see at the car show yesterday?
You just want me to spoil the Big Daddy right away?
Go on.
And Largo at 812.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Saw a nitrous powered 65 Malibu, so that was also really cool.
Oh lord, is the owner still breathing?
Yeah.
That right there is a miracle in itself.
Agreed.
Because I don't know about you, but nitrous powered anything is terrifying. But enough about nitrous, we're getting ready to go. Are you ready, buddy, as they line up for the straight?
Ready and waiting. Let the race come forward.
Lights out, away we go here at Prague. Jax makes a quite decent start off the line, making sure that he doesn't hold anyone up. Schubert capitalising on his second whilst Infernus is drifting. Oh, Crow gets very sideways at the back, losing many positions, dropping all the way down to 8 with Rue.
But some scrapage against the wall. Never fun for those cars.
Schubert making a move across Jax across the bridge. He does. The Aston overtakes the Ferrari with ease. Here comes Infernus from out of nowhere on the rear of Big Daddy Jax.
Oh, I think I saw a crash in the back.
Ooh. I believe that was Phoenix who dropped a position. But they're going 3 wide through the tunnel of Crow, Dapper and Infernus.
Stereo just getting sideways. It's not a drifting event here, buddy.
Yeah, but he who is last is sideways and smiling.
Agreed.
Nox asked you in chat, which one do you think is better, Forza Horizon 4 or Forza Motorsport 7?
If we're talking about the first iteration of Forza 7, Forza Horizon 4. But if we're talking this iteration, then Forza Motorsport 7.
Agreed, and more agreed. So, yeah. Crow going on the outside of Jax now. Jax is now knocked out of the top 3.
Oh, the Crow goes very wide into the wall. Crow escaped the wall, giving Stereo back his 3rd place position.
I think he gave everyone his position because he dropped all the way to the back.
Oh, Stereo again. Stereo again, sideways. Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Jax got grated against the wall. There was nothing he could do there.
There was some
Crow
Ferrari
does a
cheese
mass-
on the track.
It would not surprise me if there actually is something known as Ferrari cheese.
Yeah, me neither.
So Crow managing to make up from the mistake from earlier. Meanwhile, all the action is happening just behind Rue. Not Rue, Infernus. With Rue and Carver overtaking. Here comes Huracan currently in 7th. Huracan, you're going to have to do more than that, buddy. Huracan goes very deep into the brakes as Carver
Cavalier
is
sideways
and spins it.
Oh man, tough break for Carter.
Very tough break for Carver as Huracan slips into 5th place with ease. However, misjudging the braking zone as the Astons seem a lot more comfortable on this track than they do on the other one. Oof.
Yes, and you're
How do I
right.
say that?
Mind you, Infernus is drifting a little. Dapper, your current race leader in one of the Astons. However, they're not making a significant springboard forward as Juba is close behind in the DBR and Crow in the Jack as well.
You're
Not
right.
that far behind them either, so Juba is in a sniff, at least currently, of getting a podium. First time today.
That'd be good for him.
But I can see a little bustle of cars from fourth backwards. Currently, Huracan is trying to escape the clutches of Rue, which he manages to do with relative ease. But just behind Rue, there is Phoenix, and as we know, Phoenix is a fast driver dependent on the circuit.
Oh, Huracan goes way too deep in the corner. Or no, he doesn't.
Super. He
Oh.
went super deep, but somehow kept the speed.
I don't know if I call that a dangerous or just impressive line.
No, that's impressive.
All right then.
As they narrowly squeak the wall.
This makes me feel like a really bad racer.
How do you think I feel? Every single time I commentate, it's like, they're so much faster than me.
Right.
But Huracan is still being relatively chased up by Rue, but Rue is in real danger from Phoenix now. As Phoenix is looking up the inside, Aston mono-y-mono. We're nearly a third of the way through. F with a Formula 1 update saying most pointless time penalty has ever just been given to Mazepin. Y is currently dead last. Why would you give a penalty, like a time penalty, to someone who's in dead last? Wouldn't you give it to them on the next race?
Well, honestly, you should be thankful for getting that getting a penalty in last place, because now he doesn't have to worry about doing anything else for the rest of the race. And now we can focus on the next one.
He doesn't have to worry about anything because, well, Mazepin spends more time pirouetting across the track spinning out than actually racing. But as we say that, Carver is now back in contention, splitting Rue and Phoenix. Now, the pit window is now open, so it'll be interesting to see who will actually take it, because for a pit, it is a relatively short pit lane in regards to the length of the track.
Maybe like the last race, that'll determine pit strategy again, and see what the top three will do.
You know, you say you're nervous, but yet you're speaking like a true commentator.
Well, I don't do this every day, that's why.
I know that, and I'm still sorry I sprung it on you like a pulled pin hand grenade posted through your letterbox.
That's fine, I had nothing better to do.
Well, I'm glad I could give a little bit of entertainment to your Sunday.
Thank you, because this is very entertaining watching these guys battle.
I will admit, there is sort of a joy to it, isn't there?
Agree, there totally is.
Efferson chat saying Mazepin is 60 seconds down on P18, which held by Mick Schumacher. What's the point of this? I don't know, Effis, and I can tell it's annoyed. Imagine, P18. That means he's 19. Who's out?
Who knows? Jubert and Crow now on each other.
That Aston is very lightweight through the corners with its handling, but the Jag, there's just something about... Oh, as they bump doors!
And somehow Crow's going into the pits.
Crow knew he would lose too much time with that battle with Jubert, so he's decided to go with the undercut again.
Let's see how that pans out for Crow.
FTC saying 12 laps to go at Portimao. We have got...
That's sugared.
Actually, yeah. Oh, sorry, sugared. Sorry, sugared. Oh, thank you for correcting me. Sorry, sugared. Which is quite ironic because we've got 12 laps left to go at Prague.
You're right.
So Jubert is now hanging onto the draft zone of Carver. Carver is obviously struggling with the twitchy nature of that Ferrari, and well, Jubert's just capitalising at the moment and making sure they can get as much draft in as they can.
The battle from last race is going to prevail soon on this one.
The battle for last will determine points, because yesterday we finished with 6 tied places for last.
Wow.
Over the course of 4 events, so hopefully today it should, in essence, break up those ties a little bit.
Alright.
Sugar saying 10 laps to go. Yeah, we've still got 12.
Yeah, we still got 12.
Because Prague is a very, very big circuit.
And these cars are not the fastest thing in the world to modern standards.
In fairness, though, they're still fast.
Yeah, they're still fast, just not today.
Yeah, true. Well, unless you maze pin, then these things are still faster than them.
Alright, fair enough.
Mind you, that's one thing I've never asked you, Gaming. Do you watch any motorsport of yourself?
I do. I've actually been keeping an eye on F1 this year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. F1.
I've got to know, who do you root for? Who do you root for?
You.
What team do you root for?
I don't remember the team he's on at the moment, but you're gonna think I'm an idiot for who I root for.
Who are you rooting for?
Latifi!
I can't remember what Latifi's on.
Exactly.
Effis, help me. What team is Latifi on? I can't remember.
Huracan smacks the wall.
Why Latifi?
Mainly because of his name. It's fun to say.
Effis says Latifi drives for Williams. Not the worst team. Not the worst team.
Agreed.
If it was Aston Martin, then I'd possibly say reconsider. So apart from Formula 1, I know, like, obviously you're from the land of NASCAR. Do you keep up with that?
I actually don't.
Really?
NASCAR to me is kind of boring.
Thank you! Thank you!
I do keep an eye on Moto X and not IndyCar, no. Moto X. Wow, those guys are taking crazy lines.
These are the lines you take if you want to be fast. And speaking of fast, Carver is hunting Huracan down like there is no tomorrow in that Ferrari, even after spinning out.
I think I know who my driver of the day is.
What, Carver?
Yeah.
At the moment, it's looking so. Sugar saying Sainz in an Alpine sandwich. An Alpine sandwich to me sounds like a really exotic, like, baguette with like crystal lettuce and dressing and ham and
bacon and stuff like that, all served on like a bushel of salad. I don't know why. That's what an Alpine sandwich sounds like to me.
Maybe so. Huracan getting air and getting past Dapper.
Very well done to Huracan, but here comes Carver as well, meaning Dapper's life is about to get 10 times harder as Carver slips past into second.
The AMS battle, here it comes.
Told you, the AMS dudes, they're something else.
Agreed. Did you know I've actually beaten Huracan in a race?
Really?
Yes, it was a few years ago and it was a team race.
And yet you say you're slow.
Well, to be fair, we were playing Horizon.
Ah! Right, okay. The only reason I say is because, are you familiar with Mr. Send It Media?
No.
Well, Send It is almost as fast as Huracan. I'm not saying he is as fast because, well, Huracan can slap him a little, but he is still extremely good.
Yes.
Race 1 of the Dakar, I walk past Send It whilst giggling, and he cannot keep up with my off-roading prowess of talent.
Right.
Again, in Horizon. But what makes it worse for Send It, as opposed to Huracan for you, is that, as you know, I record everything. So that video is across the internet to see.
Nice.
Which he doesn't like very much, by the way. But still. Who cares?
You're right.
As Carver is all over the rear of Huracan once more. Oh my days.
That Ferrari.
Pro gets past Rue for 5th place.
Interesting. Let's take a look at those guys.
Oh, it's because... Oh, Carver. Carver slips past Huracan for 1st place. Huracan with the rebuttal.
Dapper just looking for an opportunity, but nothing's there yet.
I do respect Dapper's driving style with these two because Dapper knows that these two are extremely fast compared to himself.
Right.
So what he's doing is he's using them as basically a draft cushion, and if either of them make a mistake, it's like,
He's
thank you
there.
for the position, have a good day.
Exactly. Speaking of which, going up the inside of Carver.
And he makes the move stick for now, as Dapper is currently in front of Carver, and this is going to infuriate Carver, as they cannot catch up to Huracan, who is slowly walking away, because Dapper, again, as I said, he is not as fast as these two. Oh, but Carver eking out in front of Dapper.
The power of that Ferrari is working for Carver there.
Actually, let's have a look at horsepower levels, because the Mercedes has 310 horsepower, but with a 25% handicap. That is roughly 60 horsepower down, so call it 240 horsepower he's got. The Ferrari has got 300 horsepower, but it's got a 10%, so he's got 270. And the Aston has 2454. So the Aston and the Mercedes have quite the similar power outputs. However, the Mercedes is lighter. That is what is putting in contention for Dapper. But Carver has got a lot more power, but is a lot heavier as well compared to the Merc. Although that actually might play out well, because if you've got more weight, that is going to be more pressure force that is being put onto the tyres, so that you're less likely to spin. Although Carver has obviously showed
You can.
it's very easy to spin.
But again, you know, these cars only weigh like 1,800 pounds, so...
Right.
You know, that's what? Maybe breakfast for an American?
Maybe a little bit less than breakfast.
Oh, that is one thing I do envy about America, and that is the portion sizes, because you do get a lot for your money when it comes to food in America.
You really do. Plus, I eat a lot.
Please tell me you're a meat eater.
Of course I am.
Thank the Lord and baby Jesus' toes. Because I don't mind vegetarians, I don't mind vegans. Well, vegans, I don't...
They're vegans.
Yeah. I don't mind them, it's just... It's the proactive vegans where it's like, I'm vegan, so you're vegan too. And it's like, no, give me some bacon. Give me a steak.
Yeah. Like, I can't live without that.
I don't think most rational people can.
Sugar is saying...
Mind you...
Sugar is saying battle still going on between Latifi and Schumacher.
The issue I have with Schumacher is, yes, he is very good, but the only reason he is in Formula 1 right now rather than a couple more years away is simply because of who his father is. Oh, and there's Effis. Mick got Latifi!
Yep. Huracan
And speaking
Carver
of Mick getting
side by
Latifi,
side.
Carver has caught right back up to Huracan.
You can just see the power.
As I believe the pit window closes next lap, so expect to see these two dive in.
Yes, you're right. It is lap 12. So we're gonna have top 3 going into the pits together.
But it depends who will go in this lap and who will go in next lap.
And if someone does go in next lap, will their skills have enough of a gap to outlast while they're in the pits during their final lap?
Well, there's the age-old question. The Merc has better handling, but Carver obviously has the speed.
But Carver makes a little bit of an error. He scraped the side of the wall.
Effis says, wait, Mezel, did you just say something about Mick? Yes, I did. I think he's too a bit premature for Formula 1 at the moment. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying that, you know, he just needs a couple more years to mature his skills. And the Huracan is lining up for the pits, along with Carver and Dapper. All three have come in at once.
Where's Crow? Let's take a look at Crow real quick while those guys are in the
Crow
pits.
is only a few corners away.
Crow could catch up. He's turning the final corner now.
Actually, yeah, they could, but again, it's a supremely short pit lane.
Oh, yeah, they're already out. Dang.
Huracan says, power beats grip here. This is pain. No way I'm going to win this. Huracan, you're currently in first. 3 more laps, my dude. Come on.
Go, Huracan.
Huracan has seriously got his work cut out. The only thing that is praying in his favour is that Carver is seriously prone to sim twitching.
He really is.
I like it how there's 2 different chats going on here. There's the F1 chat and then there's this chat.
Right.
All in the same chat.
2021, what a great time to be alive.
Yes, basically 2020 Game of the Year edition with all new DLC. Bye now.
Exactly.
Huracan is slowly starting to eke out a bit of a cushion
which will certainly help him breathe a little bit easier and race a bit smoother, as Dapper has now dropped way off the mark of the two drivers. Sugar saying final lap now in F1. Well, we're on the final 3, so we've sort of timed it quite well for F1.
Agreed.
So, gaming, when you said you've got into F1 this year, what actually made you want to start getting into F1?
Everyone always talks about it, so I figured, why not get involved?
That is a fantastic outlook for life.
Plus, I mean, I needed a new motorsport to watch.
Why is regular motorsport getting a little bit dull?
No, just wanted to watch something on 4 wheels for a bit instead of 2.
That is true, you are quite the avid biker, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Do you... Well, I know less about bikes than Jeremy Clarkson does, apart from that they sometimes have 2 or 3 wheels. Or 1 if they've had a crash, or if they're very unique. But do you have a favourite bike brand? As Carver seems to be sending it up the inside.
Huracan smacked the wall, so that opened the door for Carver.
So, do you have a favourite bike brand? Or bike brand and bike model?
I have, for street bikes, I gotta go with Triumph. And for off-roading, I gotta go with Honda.
Why Honda?
Honda's bikes, I've had 3 of them, and they just don't break.
I seriously thought you would have said something like KTM or maybe Yamaha.
No, actually, Yamaha sucks. KTM, they make good dual-purpose bikes. I will say that.
Okay.
But my top 3 for off-road are Honda, Husqvarna, and KTM.
Never heard of Husqvarna, so...
Just, they make cool stuff.
Fair enough. So, street bikes then. What are your top 3 for street bikes? As we're about to enter this final lap.
Triumph, the Suzuki, and shoot, who else makes? Well, I guess Honda again.
So why Thingy is your top bike?
Okay, I'll answer that after this final lap as we watch these 2 guys barrel into the first corner.
As Send It has entered the chat, gaming meet Send It is almost as fast as Huracan. Nice to see you, Send It, with your cute emojis as always. How are you, my dude?
Awesome. We actually have met once before, but I left because I had an issue.
That is true. Carver currently in the lead of this battle, but Huracan is not letting Carver breathe for a moment as... Ooh, as Carver touches the wall.
Whenever I see the cars just snap like that, oh man, I freak out.
It is one of those buttock clenching moments where it's like, no, no, you're gonna crash, no.
Exactly.
Huracan has got a comfortable lead.
I wouldn't
Well,
say comfortable.
I say microbial.
He maybe has, I'd say, about 2 or 3 car lengths on Carver.
I will say that I love that panning shot of Prague. It's super beautiful.
Prague is just a very beautiful track.
Agreed. Very much agreed.
As Carver and Huracan enter the downhill section, here they come.
Carver using the top speed of that Ferrari to their advantage.
Carver going up the inside.
Trying to go on the inside. Oh
it's
god,
gonna
it's
be
going
a
to be a drag
to the
race.
finish.
Oh, who's got it?
I think Carver's going to have it with a little bit more top speed. What a finish.
Huh?
Who won?
Huracan! Huracan won
Huracan.
it by 0.0007 of a second.
That was
Huracan, that's...
unbelievable.
Huracan, that is twice you have won like that. Oh my God, my dude.
What a finish.
Carver, GG though in second place. Dapper finishing up in a strong third.
Crow in fourth.
in
Huber
the
in
Jaguar
fifth.
no less. Phoenix and... who's Phoenix battling with? With Rue. Rue is very close on their tail. Can't do anything about it though. Phoenix in 6th, Rue in 7th. And that leaves Infernus in 8th.
Stereo Jacks in 9th.
Daddy Jacks in 9th. Hello Commentary Bible, how are you? We're glad you're enjoying this event, and well, to be fair, my throat is absolutely ruined, and this is certainly not a good time for, well, another endurance event next Saturday for 10 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, my throat is gonna be destroyed. It's
Yep.
possibly the only time you're gonna hear me quiet.
Bible's saying I need a Honda Groom, or Honda Grom, huh?
What is a Honda Grom?
It's a little 125 street bike. I do not need a Honda Grom because I have something that's way more powerful and 5 times less expensive.
Well, if we're talking street bikes, why don't you just blow all your money and go for an Arch? Huracan, we know you had to work for that, my dude. That is very, very, very well done to you, good sir.
I still give a big hats off to Carver because he spun out in the very beginning and still came back in the 2nd place.
That is true. So I'm going to have to say, even though Huracan did win, my driver of the round, because I can't do driver of the day because we've got 4 friggin' events, my driver of the round for the Rockingham Trophy at least has to be Carver for sheer pace.
I couldn't agree more, and Carver died.
Even Huracan agreed. Even Huracan agreed with that, saying Carver deserved it.
Agreed.
Rue says that was like having S*X while camping. It's very intense.
Beautiful.
Okay. And Bible says that was M for moist. Well, it depends where you're moist.
Very, very good point.
But, so final standings for that race are as follows. Huracan just eking out a win, even though look at the lap time difference. Carver at 207.3 and Huracan at 208. Dead. 0.7 of a second faster. Carver in 2nd. Turtle in 3rd. Crow in 4th. Jubit in 5th. Phoenix in 6th. Our resident little kangaroo in 7th. Infernus in 8th. The Ford Photography half semi-triplet in 8th. And Big Daddy Jacks rounded off the round. But, apart from that, all I can say is big thank you to my emergency standing co-host, Mr. Gaming Lover, a fantastic friend of mine. Thank you for joining me, buddy. Did you have fun?
I had an amazing time.
That's great. Well, if I ever need an emergency co-host and FS ain't around and no one bothers to pick up the phone on me like they did before, you wouldn't mind me bothering you again, would you?
Not at all.
Woohoo! Well, thank you for joining me for round 2 of the day, round 6 overall for the Heritage Festival. But from me and gaming, we hope you all very much enjoyed. We will see you in just over an hour where we will be kicking off round 3 of the day, and it needs no introduction. It is Ford versus Ferrari at Le Mans.
Awesome.
What else? What else can I say? But until then, see you in an hour. Peace.
Peace.